Hi, I'm Peggy Rometo with this month's Intuitive Astrology for November 2014. So, if you're a Scorpio born October 23rd to November 21st, what can you expect for the month of November? Let's tune in and find out. So right away, Scorpio, I see like this, this little bit of a frustration. So so for some of you, there may be something that is just not going your way. Now, the good news is that you're going to see this clearing out the first week of November, and you're going to start to see more things open up around the 10th. So more positive opportunities, more I guess you could say things going your way. So you're going to see some turnaround for some things. Right now, it's going to require you having a lot of patience and just being a little more diligent in details in order to get what you want. So let's look specifically in the area of money, what you can expect for the month of November if you're Scorpios. Let's check on your money. So right away, there's, for some of you, because it is your birth month, so there may be some additional gifts, some additional things that are going to come in. That's the obvious, right? So let's see if there's something that's not obvious for you. There may be something that you're going to invest in for yourself that is unexpected. It could be something like a workshop. It's something that you weren't really looking to do, but it sort of shows up at the right time. So, but it has to do with personal development. It has to do with personal transformation. So something that has to do with you that is unexpected. So this isn't something that you've been thinking about for a while, but it's just all of a sudden it sort of shows up and you're inspired and you go, wow, I want to do that. So it could be all of a sudden you're off to India in a retreat, or that you find out about something down the street from you and you decide to join a club. It's something that is unusual and it sort of comes out of the blue, but it really speaks to you, and you find yourself jumping in and just really going all the way with it. And so what that has to do with money is that it's going to make you better. It's going to give you a deeper connection with yourself so that you can produce better results. So in sort of a backdoor way, I guess, it's going to support you in being able to make more money and feel good about yourself. So whatever that kind of impromptu thing is this month, make sure you do it, because it is going to have a positive impact on your financial goals. As far as anything else with your money, you're going to see a continued progress, things going along, something really good that you've been wanting to have come together, possibly signing contracts and stuff around the 21st or 22nd of November. That's all really good. Some of you are still kind of cleaning up the mayhem and the blow up from last month, where your deals got blown up, things kind of like went mayhem, and because of the eclipses that we had. You may see new beginnings start with that in January, but right now it feels like you're still kind of like dealing with the fallout of that. But this may be something completely different or new, or if you didn't have that kind of blow up experience, this could be just on track of what you were expecting. So look for some sort of contract or opportunity to show up in your financial money around the 21st, 22nd. Now, as far as your personal relationships go, if you're single, let's see what the advantages are for you this month. Well, there's a lot of attention on you because, as it should be, it's your birthday month, and you're going to feel really more inclined to kind of share yourself and really looking to others and wanting to bring your posse in with you close, like really wanting to bring your pals close to you and really have a great birth month. And so there may be some guy kind of like trying to get through there, but I don't know that you're really all that interested in him. It feels like, they can get your attention, but I also feel like it's a little bit of a cat and a mouse game, which you guys are really good at. And of course, there's a lot of sexual energy, as always, with a Scorpio, which is not a bad thing. And I'm not really feeling long term. I'm feeling more of the moment. So it's kind of like you're just in the mode of having fun, really enjoying yourself, having a good time. There may be more possibilities for you for a new long-term connection. It feels like it more would be after the first of the year. It feels like there's a lot of stuff that's happening for you right now that are really important to you and that require your attention and your focus. But it doesn't mean that you're not without attention, for sure. There's a lot of individuals around that can play that role for you at any time that you want to have them, because we all know that as Scorpios, you're not in a relationship unless you want to be, because you call the shots. Now, as far as a committed relationship, for those of you that are in committed relationships, just steamy, passionate love, more positive things for you guys. You're really, some of you will be making up for lost time. Some of you have been separated from your loved ones. You're going to see a return this month. So you're going to see a lot of high energy, high octane passion there. Okay, that's enough, hot and heavy. So we don't need any more information about that, but it's all good. So I really see it positive for you guys if you're already in a committed relationship, which means marriage or just a partnership that you've been with for the long run. Let's look at your health now, Scorpios. Some of you, for those of you that may have had some lingering health issues, you just have to have patience with this. I feel like, you've been having patience, right? But it needs to run its course. And then, some of you guys fill yourself up and then you run out and you use that and you wonder why you're exhausted again. So you have to also cooperate and back off and not do as much. So if you're fighting something, whether it's a viral infection or whether it's, something that you can't shake, you're going to have to just notch your schedule down a little bit so that you give yourself some time to catch up because you're really lagging energetically in that department, and that's why you can't kick these things. So I think if you have a long-term thing, you're going to start to see you taking better care of yourself, and then by the end of the month, it feels like you'll be raring to go, that you're setting yourself up for the holidays, taking better care of yourself, I think is in store for you the first couple of weeks of November. It would be optimal if you could do that. For those of you that are already in good health, I think you're going to see a continuation of your stamina, of your desire. In fact, you're going to feel an infusion of more power this month, of more positivity. Overall, across the board, I think everybody's going to get this additional charge. Now, we do have a full moon on November 6th in Taurus, and that's really going to amp up your dedication, your desire, your focus. Tauruses they can be really stubborn, but they're really great in business. They're really focused and they don't give up. They just keep charging forward. So a lot of that energy is going to be available to all of us, including you, Scorpio. So you want to be able to put that, your best foot forward right around November 6th. You're going to start to feel that energy coming in, and that's really going to support you in moving forward. And then we've got a new moon on the 22nd of November. Now, the new moon is when we plant our new seeds of our desire, what it is we want to create. And by then, you'll have a better sense of something new that has just shown up. Remember that contract I was showing you around that new moon? There may be a part 2 then of what has to happen with that business deal or that situation, and that'd be a great time to plant new seeds too. So it feels like they kind of correlate with each other. That gives you an opportunity to complete one thing and then start the next, all around that new moon date. So it's really, really good month for you guys. So have an amazing birthday month. I feel like there's a lot of energy coming in. I do feel like there's new partnerships available for you in terms of your business and your career. There's an alignment of energy. The wind is at your back. You're really going to feel compelled to move forward this month and to really put your nose to the grindstone and do what you need to do, but not in a hard way. It's really an exhilarating way. So I think, Scorpio, that this is a great month. You're going to have a lot of influence with the universe and getting you set up to accomplish the things that you want to do. So have an amazing month, Scorpio. It feels all good from this end, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. Hi, if you're a Sagittarius born November 22nd to December 21st, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So, right away, Sag is in your energy. My throat is starting to close. Typically, when my throat closes, it has to do with not speaking up. Okay, so this month, you're going to have the chance to speak up. So all those things that you've been holding back, this full moon that's going to happen on November 6th in Taurus actually is going to affect the throat chakra. So it's going to give you the ability, the stamina, and the desire to speak up and to say the things that you've been holding back on. This doesn't mean you have to be rude. It doesn't mean you have to be, insane when you do it. It means that you can just do it very matter-of-factly, in a very positive way. So if it's been something that you've been afraid to say or something you've been nervous to address, just kind of got to get that out of the way and just trust your instincts and stand up and say what needs to be said. And you've got the universe's support to help you do that. So I really feel like that's a positive thing for you guys. Now, if you're in a relationship this month and you're currently committed, what can you expect? You know, there's a little bit of like hair standing on end the first week or so that it's just a little like, you know, wasn't expecting that from you, or geez, I thought you're going to help me out on that. And all of a sudden my throat's kicking up again. So it has to do in your personal relationship, or you guys are afraid to ask what you need, or you're a little irritated, you just don't want to start a fight. All those little games that, you know, that we play with each other because we want things to be smooth, or we're just afraid of addressing them. So you're going to get your chance to do that. And here's the thing. If you don't consciously make an attempt to do it, it's going to show up. It'll just blow up in a fight or something else. So you're better off addressing it head on and saying what you need to say in your personal relationships. If you do that, the rest of the month is really glorious, and it's really going to open up and really be a positive thing for you. Now, if you're somebody who's already in a contentious relationship and you're kind of, you know, working your way through the court system and things like that, then, you know, of course not. You know, then what you need to do is look for your plan. Look for the way in which you'll be able to get what your needs are met and not worry about them. And I know that's hard to do if you've got children together and you're going through a divorce, that sort of thing. But you have other people that can speak on your behalf, whether it's an attorney, whether it's a loved one, somebody else that can do the connection. If they can't, and you're the only person that has to face this person, then your job is just to stay the course, not take in their negativity, not take in their pain, and be matter of fact. And so you just kind of draw the line and just be matter of fact. If you can do that, I think you'll do really well. Some of you also have sinus issues that are going on, and sinus has to do with anger. So, and of course, there can always just be the, you know, the blooming of whatever is going on around you. But I think that you're going to feel a little bit more relief towards the end of the month. So I don't think this is for the whole month. I think it's something that you're going to find some relief with. Let's go back to the relationships. So if you're in a coupled relationship, I also feel that there is some smooth waters for you around the middle of the month that's really going to be nice for you. You should take advantage of it. And then, of course, that sets the course for the remainder of the month. So it's kind of up to you. There's a lot of power in that you're having for yourself this month, Sagittarius, that you don't have to rely on other people, that it really can come from within. So it's a good month for you in terms of relationships. Now, if you're single, Sagittarius, wow, there's going to be like a couple of people that you can choose from. So there's like, you're going to have your pick here. It kind of, when it rains, it pours. So you may see, especially for the men, it feels like there's several different opportunities for you to be able to choose who you want to be with. And I would just say, be careful, choose wisely. I would say I would be cautious in jumping in with both feet. And I say that because it's kind of like what you see is not what you get. So if you're dating somebody that you just started to date, especially with this recent Mercury retrograde, you don't always get to see what you want. And that's not really going to be fully cleared until after November 10th. So I wouldn't be surprised after November 10th if you start to see some behaviors that you may not like, or that you missed along the way earlier in the dating pool. So just be you know, I wouldn't commit to one person until after like the 15th. If you're dating 3 different women, I know. If you are, then just wait until after the 15th. You'll be able to narrow it down without any consequences. And ladies, conversely, if you're dating a couple different guys, wait until after November 15th. I really feel like around that time, for sure after November 10th, right around the 15th, though, you'll really have a good sense. One of them will stand head and shoulders above the other. Now, if you think I'm crazy and you've got nobody on your radar, then what's going on? Then maybe you're not putting yourself out there, or maybe you're afraid, or you're nervous, or you're not ready. So you need to look a little introspective of yourself and see, am I ready for a relationship? And if you want one, then all you need to do is start making eye contact with people, and they'll show right up, okay? Now, what if that's happening, but they're not the right connection for you and you want somebody better? Then you need to be who you want to be. So in other words, if you want to be with somebody who's got money and they're sweet to you and they're kind to you, then you've got to emit that yourself. Then you've got to make more money, and you've got to be more focused, and you have to be kind, and you have to be generous, because those vibrations will match then. So whoever you're trying to attract in the world, you need to become that person yourself first. And if you're, now don't get discouraged about this, but even if you just make strides in becoming that person, that counts. All right, guys? So now let's talk about your health. I feel like you guys are in really good shape I feel like there's some positive things happening for you right now. You may have even recently maybe changed your diet or gotten a little bit more focused on your health. So I feel like that's good. If you haven't yet, I do feel like there's an impetus this month that's going to get you a little more determined. Some of you may have just discovered some things about your health that you don't like with the eclipses that just happened. If that's the case, just know that the tools that you need will be right around you to support you and give you the help that you need. So it's all really good stuff for you. As far as money goes for Sagittarius, I feel like you need to be patient with your money, and there is going to be some, I can see that you're like seeing, more money there and you're kind of jumping to get it. Sometimes when we try too hard and you just kind of like do what you need to do in front of you, that money will start to come in. So let go of the worry, let go of the fear, and really just start doing what's in front of you. And it might just kind of like release, and you might start to see money flowing in your life. And when you start to acknowledge all the money that you already have, or all the things that you already have and own and appreciate, that also is another way to attract money for you guys. I do think that you're going to see some additional income. Could be around the new moon, November 22nd. There could be a completion of something where you bring something in before the new moon starts. So possibly around the 17th or 18th, you might see some additional money coming in that you were trying to get your hands on, and that finally shows up. So I think all in all, Sagittarius, you've got a really exciting month ahead. And, we're all sort of under the Scorpio sign, which has a lot of passion in it, and you guys already have a lot of passion. So you may also find your creativity percolating this month, and you may find new ideas and a real desire to go after something new. So just keep in mind if that shows up, and just follow it and go with it, go with your great instincts, because it's likely to lead you to someplace really good. So you guys have an amazing month, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're a Capricorn, born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of December? Let's tune in and find out. Well, some of you entered this month just really pulling your hair out, really frustrated with some things that didn't come together, and or that got blown up last month with the eclipses. And here's the other thing. Some of you really had some things come together in a whole new way. Maybe you started a new business plan, a new joint venture partnership, opened a new restaurant, or opened a new business. And all of a sudden, you've got so much to do, and so much is happening around you that gives you another reason to pull your hair out. So when you're doing really good and having really positive things, that can also be a time of stress as well. So what I'm saying is, I see you guys stressed in work. I see, you're busy, you're productive, you're doing a lot, and there's like this factor. So you're going to see the new moon, the full moon around November 6th. You're going to see more hands coming in, more of a teamwork assembling. You're going to see more people coming in. So, and it's kind of like part of your job is to kind of to observe the situation, and then speak up and say like what your role is, and reiterate what your role is, and to make sure that everybody on the team agrees. And then you can also be instrumental in being able to see where other people belong, and kind of have this cooperative conversation going on. Now, a lot of that will be true for the first part of the month, but the second part of the month turns into a little bit more of strategy and doing what you want to do. And it's less committee, right? There's less voice by committee, and it's more like, okay, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going for. So after the 10th of the month, you might get infused with this energy of kind of taking over the place and doing what needs to be done and getting it done. And that's the way it should be, because that's who Capricorns are. You guys are the builders. You're the ones that manifest. You know how to do these things. So this is all positive things for you guys. And I do feel like this impacting your money. I do think that you guys are finally onto something, and you're going to see more money this month coming in than you have for a long time. So the month of November is going to be really good for you. You're going to finally start to earn some additional income that you've been trying to capitalize on for a while now. There is also additional people showing up. Now you have to be careful, because some of these other people that are coming up may be a distraction to you. They may want to have you do other things. Be careful, because you have a lot on your plate already. So you don't always have to say yes. I know Capricorns, you see the potential in everything. So it's easy for you to go, yeah, oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's good. So you want to make sure what you're saying yes to and that you've got enough time to actually follow through. So just be cautious that there are going to be other people who are going to see what a hard worker you are and how smart you are, how intuitive you are, and they might want to partner with you as well. And you want to make sure that you have the time and the energy to give to them. And yet I feel like at the beginning of this month, you're kind of pulling your hair out. So I would postpone anything. I would slow it down if there's new opportunities showing up, if you're already in the midst of assimilating something, okay? Because you've got a lot of building energy happening this month and a lot of positive things coming together. So that's really good in terms of your future for work and for money. And on top of it, your creativity may be kind of going through the roof here too after that full moon on the 6th. And this whole month, there might be more inspiration, more desire, more fulfillment available for you. And just be aware, again, not to get in over your head or to finish one project before you move on to the next. Although you guys tend to be able to do more things than one at a time. And but just don't overextend yourself, okay? Because I can feel the whole top of my head burning because so many ideas are coming in. You guys are like just going to be bombarded with different ways that you can save money, make money in your businesses, because that's what you guys are. You're great business people. There is a new moon on November 22nd where you can implement some of those new ideas. So if you're going to launch something, that would be a great time to launch it around the 22nd of November, because you'll have that energy of the new moon opening up, and that's where we plant our seeds, and especially the first 10 days after November 22nd, generally as a rule are really good times to be able to manifest more. Now, as far as your health goes, Capricorn, I feel like some of you are taking, kind of like, a stronger stance with your health, and you're really looking to get more things done and being more positive about it. So you may have just recently joined a new club or got on track or started eating a little bit better. And then some of you with the stress may have kind of fallen off track, but you'll be able to get that energy back after the November 6th. I see that regrouping energy that full moon is going to bring in for you. So you'll have new energy to kind of regroup and become refocused and get your health back on track if it isn't already. All right, you guys, have an amazing month. There's a lot of energy for you and a lot of optimism, and it feels really, really positive. Oh, I don't think I touched on relationships for you, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. So for if you're single and you're a Capricorn, let's see what that could look like. Well, some of you, I just see like, no, like backing up. And it could be either because you're too busy or because you're still wounded from the last person. So all there is to do is kind of like let go of all that nonsense. And you just decide, if it's the right and perfect person for me, then make me recognize it. And don't waste my time. Some of you guys are in that don't waste your time mode. And that's fine. It's a great place to be. In that case, there actually feels like there could be somebody for you showing up in the end of the month. With that new moon again, right before around the 18th. It feels like there could be new relationships cropping up around you of single people interested in you. So look and feel your best. You're going to be, you guys are really kind of like at the helm and control. So I feel like this new person coming in is really going to have to do a lot to get your attention, which there's nothing wrong with that. So really make them earn it. And they'll appreciate you a lot more, and you will appreciate them a lot more as well. Now, if you're coupled and you're in partnership, what can you expect as a Capricorn? It really feels like a nice renewal. A nice renewal's happening, just this whole kind of renewal with each other, a lot of honesty, positive things. It does feel like there's camaraderie. And it also feels like a renewal, almost, for some of you it may feel like a renewal of vows, like you're starting over in a new way, in a real grounded and clear and focused way. So I like it, Capricorn. It's really, really nice. I think that you'll find, especially towards the end of the month, really great harmony with one another and passion. We're all getting benefit from the Scorpio energy, and they're very passionate people. So we have the opportunity to use their passion in our energy, in our relationships as well. So we're being imbued with that very sensual energy this month. So no wonder our relationships are going to be better. So it's going to be a really nice month, Capricorn. Enjoy it. Have a fabulous time. Don't work too hard. And I'll connect with you again next month. If you're an Aquarius born January 20th to February 18th, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Aquarians, I feel like some of you have had a big disappointment, a letdown. I feel this grief as soon as I step into your energy. I feel a little weighted, just weighted by life, weighted by circumstances. The good news is that you're gonna pull out of this funk, and you're gonna really feel more like yourself. The new moon, or I should say the full moon, is on November 6th, and it's in Taurus. And that's going to kind of like help you to shake this off, whatever it was. And some of you, you won't be able to shake off because it's been a tremendous loss, like a loved one passing, or a business that has to close, or you just got let go from your job, something that was unexpected and traumatic. But here's the thing, you'll be in a different position by then. You'll be in a different transition mode, and you're going to be instilled with this new energy that's coming in with that full moon that allows for completion, and that allows for you to kind of lift your head up and to be able to look at the horizon and see what's next and start to go for that. And not in a heavy way, but in an inspiring way. I do feel like you're going to get inspired and stimulated and really directed. Now be careful, Aquarians, because I feel like some of you, gosh, I've got this real bad hip pain in my low back and on my left hip. So some of you are also suffering from, financial pressure or relationship pressure, or to just move things, to get things done. So I'm actually feeling some physical pain for you. And I do feel, Aquarians, that sometimes, we all have a negative side, right? And I feel like some of you guys may be teetering on an affair. And this month, because it's Scorpio's energy, and Scorpios are very passionate, it might be easy for you to kind of fall into that affair place. Okay, so just be aware of that. Just be aware of your energy when you couple it with sadness and grief, and then all of a sudden somebody comes in and goes, "Wow, aren't you pretty?" And it perks us up, right? So I just want you to be aware, because the reason I'm cautioning you about this is it has nothing to do with morals. It has everything to do with your energy, and would you make that same decision if you were feeling good? If you were feeling good, would you make the same decision? That's where I'm coming from, okay? So I want you to stay awake to the decisions you're making when you're feeling sad or you're feeling out of sorts. Are those same decisions that I would make if I was really feeling myself? That's what I want to caution you about, that there may be some decisions that you make between now and November 10th that you may not normally make. And this might have to do with drugs, alcohol, or sex, okay? It's those short circuits, those fast addictions. So just be aware. Food is another one. It could, so just be aware of that. Now, the first couple of days is going to feel indulgent anyway, because we're in Scorpio's energy, and they're very passionate about everything. So we might feel inclined to indulge in food or drink or something like that. Around the 8th, though, the weekend of the 8th, stay away from drugs, because I feel like it could be a really bad trip, so to speak, around that weekend. So you want to be careful. But Aquarians, you guys can fly so high, so fast, that just be aware these first 10 days that if something picks you up, that you just don't go to the end with it, right? If you have a glass of wine, don't drink the bottle. It's kind of like that. Just be aware that this is the kind of energy that's available for you, especially that weekend of November 8th. That date, November 8th, okay? But other than that, enjoy the indulgent in the first couple of 4 or 5 days. Just don't carry it too far, all right? And whether that's sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever it is, okay? So enjoy, participate, but just don't take it too far. Now, that was interesting. Okay, so now for your health. So Aquarians, for your health. Well, I guess we could go hand in hand with your health. Lack of motivation for some of you. Now, I do feel, again, this motivation and everything's going to get turned around We have a full moon on November 6th, and you're going to feel a little more energized with that full moon, and you're going to get back on track. So whatever's been bugging you and eating away at your self-esteem or your desire to do things, you can expect all that to go out the window, and you're going to really see yourself starting to soar and get back to task from November 6th on. It's really going to be positive for you guys. If you're married in a committed relationship, the good news is that, you know, it feels like it's solid, it's positive, and I think you're going to see some more joy and resurrection of that relationship as well. After the 15th of the month, you're going to start to feel more breathing room. You're going to feel back to your old self. So really more harmony for you in that relationship, and more desire kind of like for you to be facing forward with your relationship instead of kind of like, you know, hunkered down. I see you kind of opening back up and coming back into yourself and really being more in marital bliss. Now, for some of you that are single, this is, again, there's a lot of energy happening for you. There's a lot of opportunities for you to kind of get whatever you want. And I would say you'll be more clear-headed about those choices after the 10th of November. And then you'll be more clear-headed. And then I would say go for it. Enjoy yourself. There's a lot of fun to be had this month. So just enjoy it. Be at peace. You deserve it. You know, no morality issues here. So just have fun and know your limits. And I think that that's really going to set you up for a long-term relationship if that's something that you want. And I think that this is an end of a cycle for you, and that you're going to be starting a new cycle in which you start to have more self-awareness, in which you're going to be more self-guided, and you're not going to make the same mistakes in relationships anymore. So Aquarians, that's really good news for you, and it's time. It's right. It's time for you guys to really like get what you want and not sort of give your power away. So I see all of this sort of changing with the new moon, which is around November 22nd. Great time for new relationships for you guys, new decisions, and new self-awareness. Really, especially around the self-awareness, I feel a lot of energy coming in for you around that. So I feel like all in all, you've got a great month building up for you. As far as your money goes, I don't feel like there's any money problems. I feel like, in fact, if anything, there's a crescendo of more positive money towards the end of the month, around the 22nd. Again, you're going to see more of accumulation coming in. It could be that you're selling a house. It could be that you've sold a business. It could be that you've got an estate situation, or it could be a court case that you're winning. But there's additional money coming in for you around that 22nd. I wouldn't even be surprised if there was something unexpected gifts coming your way, people just wanting to be kind to you. So Aquarians, you have an amazing month. Starts out a little slow, a little difficult, and a little, you know, kind of licking your wounds from last month eclipses and the pain that created in your life. But I see you rallying really fast and really quick. So have an amazing month, Aquarians, and I'll connect with you again next month. So if you're a Pisces, born February 19th to March 20th, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Pisces, I see you going into this month like talking, like you're trying to talk somebody into something, you're trying to talk them up, or you're trying to talk them through something, just talking. And sometimes, you know, sometimes that doesn't work because sometimes people have to be wherever they're at. So if you've got a loved one or a friend that's sort of stuck and you feel like you're getting nowhere with them, you're right, you are. Because sometimes people just are in a process and they just need to go through it themselves. So Pisces, relax. Don't try so hard. Just, you know, stand behind them. Not literally, but energetically, you know, or literally, I suppose, if they're drunk, you know, you're behind them, whatever. But, you know, it's really just a figure of speech in order for you to be able to say, listen, I know you're going through something. If you need something, let me know. I'm here for you. And stop. And what you'll notice is that people may come around faster. They may get through it faster. And because when we leave them be, they can go through their process much faster. I know it's completely coming from your heart and your desire to help, and you hate to see them in pain, and you want to really, you know, help them create, manifest what it is they want in their life. But they're over there, no, they can't hear anything. Okay, so just let them be. You save your energy and focus on what it needs to be, which is you. So this month, which is the Scorpio energy, which we're all under the influence of Scorpio right now, is, you know, Scorpios are, you know, they're really focused. They're taskmasters and they get things done. and they can be really positive. And the negative side of them, they can be really jealous, and they can, you know, beat a dead horse to no end. And so we don't want to go on that side, but we want to move forward with it. In which case, for you Pisces, you're going to really be able to take all this creative energy that you've got, all these ideas out there, and you're going to be able to bring it together. There's a full moon on November 6th, and that's the accumulation of things were coming together. So all these kind of ideas that have been all over the place, you might be able to begin to see them manifest and kind of coalesce around November 6th, which is really, really good timing for you. Because I feel like if you take your focus off of these other people that you're concerned about and actually look at your plate, you're going to, oh my God, it's happening. It's coming together. I didn't realize it. And so I think if you stop and look at your own life, you're going to be shocked at how things are the pieces are just laying there waiting for you to pick up and put together, right? And when you put your focus on your life and you put those pieces together, it's going to happen so fast. You'll manifest so much in a very, very, very fast time. And it is going to influence your money. It's going to influence your relationships. It's going to influence your health. And there's this real high energy that you can get to, and then where you can just soar. And part of that is because this high creativity that's coming in, and this kind of focused energy that you guys really need to have is here this month for you, Pisces. So you have a great month to be able to focus and actually take those pie in the sky ideas and really get them manifested. Because we know you're very psychic, we know you're very creative, we know you're out there in the ethers, but this is the month that's going to help you to actually get it done. Because you know, Scorpions, they zip right to it and they get it done, no questions asked. And you're going to be in that energy so you can actually manifest it. So bravo. So Pisces, if you're single and in relationship, or looking for a relationship, I should say, there's going to be more opportunity for you with the new moon later in the month, around the 18th, 19th, 20th. It feels like new energies would come in with that, new opportunities for you to be able to really connect. In the interim, I really feel like you're going to be busy sorting out your creative processes and really being able to connect with other individuals that are like-minded. So it may be that these individuals that come in terms of your success with the dating would have to do with work or other creative ventures that you might be interested in. So I wouldn't be surprised if you meet some new people through your work or through creative joint venture projects or ideas where you're anticipating or participating with your creativity. Somehow it feels like the creativity is linked with the new relationship. So pay attention to that towards the end of the month, and around that new moon on November 22nd. I think that you're really going to find a new positive thing together. Now, about your health, Pisces. Some of you need to take better care of yourself. It feels like there's been maybe a little bit of setback. It could be a little bit of a setback in terms of being tired or not feeling as happy, feeling more frustrated, or have reached a plateau and you're looking to break through that plateau. So if you've slid backwards a little bit with your health, don't give it a lot of energy. I do feel like, you know, we did have Halloween here in the U.S. where we eat lots of candy. So don't worry about it too much. I do feel like there's going to be a renewed sense of what it is that you want to do around that November 6th. Sorry, happy dogs. Around the full moon of the November 6th. So Pisces, I think with that new moon energy, it's going to infuse you with the desire to keep moving forward and to get back on track. The other thing that this energy is in this month is there's new information that's going to come in. So you may get some additional information to help you with your health that you didn't have before. So if you've been looking for a specific cure or a specific thing to do with your body, or whether it's a weight loss thing, or whether it's to gain weight, or whether it's just a new style that you're looking for with your health or with the way that you look, I think that you're going to find some information this month that's going to naturally just cross your path. You don't have to look for it. It's going to just kind of show up and you go, oh, that sounds really good. I've been looking for that. Could even come in the form of a vitamin or additional pill or food combination that is something that is really going to be important for you, Pisces. So I'm sorry, I'm really scattered your energy. So what I want to do, and just to wrap this up, make it a little more cohesive for you, is this month is a really big month creativity-wise for you guys. You're going to have a great month to be able to manifest things because we're using the energy from the Scorpios that really is direct and focused and forward. So you're going to have a lot of forward momentum this month. Along with that, it's going to help pull you forward in your relationships and with your health, new things. It's like a magnetic force that's going to be pulling all this information towards you. So you don't have to work as hard to get momentum or to get things done. So all in all, Pisces, a really good month for you guys. Just stay abreast of the changes, get your focus back on you and not on everybody else. And you'll also be able to see that it's going to help them too. By you pulling your energy back towards you, your loved ones are going to sort things out on their own, and you'll all be able to come back together in one happy family. So it's all will work out in the end. Have an amazing month, Pisces, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're an Aries, born March 21st to April 19th, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Aries, you're entering this month like an atomic bomb has just gone off in a good way. Like it's just this crescendo energy. So you've got a lot happening, a lot of stuff coming up, and really big stuff. So whatever you're involved in is really big and is really likely to mushroom. So let's say, and it feels like something that's new. So it's something that you're newly doing. So it could be that you've just had a book released or a movie released, or you just could have signed documents or papers or just gotten newly engaged or had a new baby. But it's this big energy mushrooming for this month in a really positive way. And I feel like this happiness and joy connected with it. So it's a really good thing, Aries, for you guys. You're going to find also that we've got this full moon November 6th, and a lot of that is going to really glisten and really come together in a positive way. So November 6th is a really good day for you guys, and it's a little bit like the cherry on the top. So some of you may have some surprises, some good surprises that are coming in. There's also still a little bit of confusion, a little bit of miscommunication still happening a little bit with Mercury retrograde. Even though it's formally over, there's still some kind of residue is what I want to call it, just kind of in the ethers until after November 10th. So just kind of be aware if things aren't still kind of like coalescing for you, that it has to do with that energy. So you may just want to spend a little bit more time with your details in terms of your flight schedule or telephone appointments, or did that email, did they really get it? Things like that. Now let's look at your money, Aries, for the month of November. For most of you, it feels really good. Now, some of you, I feel like you've had a pile and maybe it just kind of like just gone. But I see it not like gone in a bad way, but more like invested. So there could be something that you recently just invested in. Could have taken a chunk of money, invested it, or paid off a car or paid off a house. So I feel like you had money and then it's just kind of been moved or shifted. And not in a bad way, so I feel like it's good. Moving forward, some of you may, find a little weakness in your money that you're going to see like, oh, I missed that, or I should have done this, or I wish I would have done that with my money. So some of you may notice that I want to call it like the health of your money is a little weak, and that you want to make it stronger. So some of you may have your focus on making your financial portfolio stronger. So I see a lot of you looking at things and readjusting and moving money to different places because it's going to make you more money next year. If you don't have a lot of money, I think that you're going to start to see a crossroads around the 17th of November, 18th of November, in which you'll be able to make better decisions around your money, and which also you may get more possibly even another stream of money coming in. So it could be that you have a second income coming in or a second job coming in, or there's been an additional overlay of money coming to you. It could even be unexpected. It could be where all of a sudden a family member steps in and says, listen, I know you're struggling. I don't want you to. Here's an extra $5,000. Just take it. No questions asked. I know some of you guys are going, what? I'm sorry. That's what happens. Sometimes people are generous. So just let it be, let it come in. So for some of you, you may be getting some unexpected money coming in because people don't want to see you struggle. So good for you if that happens. Say thank you and spend it wisely, right? So it's a good month for you guys, all in all, for money. Just see you really paying closer attention to it. Now, as far as your relationships go, if you're single, I think that you're going to see a lot of close friendships aligning. In fact, you could even have a friend that transitions into a lover. So there's the very close potential. A couple reasons for that. Because we're kind of all under the Scorpio sign right now, which is very sensual and a lot of passion. It's very easy then to feel really close to people in our lives. So if you already have a really good friend, there's that potential that it could cross over into being more of a lover. Just be aware that, you know, when this energy shifts, it could change. So, and if it does, you know, whatever, just friend zone them again, right? You'll figure it out. But if you go that road, it's not a bad thing. I'm just getting that it's not a bad thing. It won't be a problem for you. It'll just be something that sort of happened naturally. Now, if you want something outside of those closer relationships, I do think that is something that's going to take a little bit more energy on your part. You're going to have to be a little more creative and be a little more out there and advanced with your energy. And I say that because you're really close and you're really tight with a knit group of people. And if you want some new blood or new influence, you're going to have to separate yourself a little bit from that, have a little bit more freedom, do a little bit more things to get noticed by the opposite sex. And it won't be hard to do. So you can have both if you want, not a problem at all. If you're married or in a committed relationship, this month there may be some fireworks, but there may be also, you know, some duking it out too, because we've got that passion of our Scorpio. So it can be really intense. Jealousy can flare, which is, you know, just a sign of Scorpio. They have this strong passion. So just know that if the jealousy comes in, don't let it hurt you. Don't let it stop you. Just deal with it in the moment and really move forward in a really passionate way with one another. Now, the relationship long-term looks really solid and really positive. Into your health, Aries, I think that all in all, it's a good month for you. I think that you're going to really see that things are going well for you. If you've had any health problems in the past, I think you'll be able to begin to eliminate them. You'll get some new ideas, or some new things will come on the scene to help you put that behind you and really deal with it. If anything, it feels like there's, I'm starting to get really dry in your energy. So my mouth is really dry. So if anything, I would say hydrate more, be a little more focused on drinking more water, less wine, or just uptake your water to meet your wine, whatever it is that you want to do. But definitely drink more water. I'm feeling possibly dehydrated in the energy. And more fruits are fine as well. It's coming up too. But I feel like all in all, Aries, your health is going to be on a good level. Some of you are kind of recapping from last month. You know, last month took a toll on a lot of people. So a lot of you may not even be aware of how intense last month was. Or you are, and you're just recouping. So for some of you, Aries, you're just kind of like finding your sea legs again. And this month, by the end of the month, you'll totally will have recaptured all your energy back. But that influence of the November 6th of the full moon, there's a big energy infusion. So you should notice yourself starting to feel better. If you're feeling a little tired, a little puny, you should start to find that your health picks up again with that full moon and starting to feel a little bit better for the remainder of the month. So Aries, you guys have a lot to look forward to, a lot of good things with your relationships and your health, and all in all, positive month for you. So I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're a Taurus born April 20th to May 20th, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Taurus, right away I see you kind of scaling this wall. You know, just these picks hand in hand. You don't even have any ropes on. You're so brave, you're so strong, and you get to the top and you claim it as yours. So whatever it is you're working on, keep going, because you're going to get there. You've got really powerful energy. You're really strong in your energy, and you're really focused. And this month is just going to help you. You guys have the benefit of the full moon that's going to happen on November 6th. It's going to be in your sign in Taurus. So you're going to get this extra infusion of energy that really has to do with focused creativity, inspiration, drive, success. So you're already on that, and it's just going to accelerate your growth in whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. So bravo, you guys are going to have a really good month. As far as your money goes, I think that also goes hand in hand, that you're really going to see success. You're going to see things coming together. You're really fast. You're moving. You're shaking. A lot of progress is happening in your sign. You have a lot of opportunity to single yourself out as well. Now, again, for some of you, I'm feeling this ache in my lower back, my left hip. That could be a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself, or that you're moving forward in spite of. You're carrying a load. Could be that you have a big debt that you're carrying and you're trying to work it off. The good news is you're going to have a lot of success in doing that, and you're going to have new partnerships that come in align with you. Could be early in the month. Now, the thing about this is be cautious in your negotiations. And the reason I say this is because there's still a little bit of confusion and cloud cover hanging around until November 10th from the Mercury that was retrograde last month. And you're going to see that kind of changing and opening up around the 12th. So around the 12th for you guys, you're going to start to see this. Okay, and then you can really see the bullseye of how to tackle this problem, or how to tackle this negotiation, or to get what you want. And you're going to really see exactly how to come to it. So whatever the problem is, or whatever the stalemate is, if there is one, or the negotiation or the tactic, you're going to have a lot of clarity around November 12th about how to approach it, what to say, and how to get what you want. This is not Libra's energy of let's create a win-win. This is all about me. This month is all about me. So it's all about whatever you want, what you want to focus on, and how to get it. And you cut them off at the knees, and you stake your claim. So that's the energy of this month, and you guys are right on target to do it. So you're really going to outwit, outsmart, outcampaign, outsell your opponent or anybody else. So whatever it is you're up to, Taurus, you're going to get it. It's really, really good energy. So makes me want to be a Taurus this month. So I'm going to have to go to all my Taurus friends and be in your shadow to get some of this energy. It's really good. It's really powerful. And that's the other thing, is we can borrow energy from each other. So share your enthusiasm, share your focus, share it with people around you. Tell them what to do. Like, don't be afraid to like share some of your tips, because this month you guys have got it going on. Really good. Your money's really strong, it's really solid, and I really think you're going to see some high points around the new moon, around the November 22nd. So I would look for that date as new opportunities for additional money coming in. Now, relationships. If you're in a single relationship and you're a Taurus, I'm sorry, I'm just hearing all this conversation. It's most likely, if you're single, it's because you want to be single, because you're just like the catch. So if you're single, Taurus, you may want to just look and go, wow, I guess on some level I want to be single. If you don't want to be single anymore, then this is a great month for you to be able to kind of like look out and just take note and see, do I like what I see? If you don't, then I would just like take a pass on it, because it's up to you. You guys have a really powerful energy. You're in the driver's seat. And if you lock and load on one person, you're likely to get them. But at what cost? Because the cost here is that, does it take you out of your business? Does it take you out of your money situation or your health situation? So you just don't want to trade your energy. And so you want to make sure that, because this energy is really aggressive, and we want relationships to be more successful in that that there's a camaraderie. So you could get anybody that you want this month because your energy is that strong. But you could see at the end of the month, when this energy sort of releases, that they may not be right for you, or vice versa. So you want to take the relationship slow. And here's the other thing. The flip side of a Scorpio is they can be jealous, and they can beat something over the head, or, so it's a very passionate month. So you could jump in really fast and really go head over heels crazy in love. And then the next thing you know, you're spinning with jealousy, and you're upset, and because, they were 2 hours late, you bitch about it all night long, beating the dead horse. Those are all the negative aspects of Scorpio. So you just want to be aware that this month has a little crazy energy, passionate love available. So you can go that route. Just do it the Taurus way. Go slow, methodical, see it, realize it. But be careful of that Scorpio energy, that it doesn't flip you upside down and go crazed. And then next month you're done and you're going, what the heck was that? So just slow the relationship down, and you could actually take it to another level if you want it. Now, as far as health goes for you guys, oh, well, wait, let's single, let's do partnerships. So the partnership for if you're in partnership with a Taurus, you know, again, you guys have the say in what you want to have happen. So I really feel like it's a powerful month to be able to co-create whatever you guys want to do. Look towards the future. This is a really good month to have conversation with your partner about what you want the next 3 months to look like, or the next 6 months, or the next, 5 years. So it's a really co-creative month that you can design with your partner. And I really feel like there's an opening to do that. And then we have the new moon that comes November 22nd that you can inject all that confidence, all that new idea into the new moon of the 22nd. The way you would do that is you're just having a conversation around it, kind of saluting it and putting it to action, make you take a step. Maybe you were going to plan a trip. Maybe you decided, we've created our top 2 places or top 5 places where we want to go in the next 5 years. And we're going to take steps to go to the number 1 or the number 5 on the list, however you want to do it. And maybe on that November 22nd, you go make reservations, or you put implementing, or you find the travel agent that's going to help you, whatever. That's what I'm talking about, setting course around the new moon date. It's injecting good, positive energies into something you want to manifest. So you can do that in any area or any part of your life. Now, as far as your health goes, it feels really good. It feels very calm. I feel like you guys have a good set understanding of your systems, of your physical body, of what's going on. I don't see any hiccups or anything, any surprises out of the blue. It just sort of feels steady, goes it. You guys are such steady individuals. It feels really positive for me. If you have something that's bothering you, you're likely to see either 2 things. Either come back around in a different way, manifest in a different way, in a way that you can see it and deal with it. So any mystery illnesses that you had in the past may come up this time around that could actually get diagnosed, which is a good thing. So if you had something bizarre or weird that's happened in the past, comes back around this month, actually celebrate it, because they're going to find where it stems from and how to get rid of it once and for all. Okay, so I do see that as a possibility for some of you that had some strange stuff happening. And even if you just already had a diagnosis, there may be some additional key information in helping you resolve that issue that you discover this month as well. So Taurus, you have an amazing month. It feels like all circuits are go. Your money is stellar. I think we just already touched on that. So you guys have an amazing month. It's all good. So if you're a Gemini, born May 21st to June 20th, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Geminis, some of you are just like in the groove, like you're really moving, you're really in the groove, you're heading for your goals, you actually see it, you're feeling like Superman, Superwoman, flying over the tops of trees and getting it done. That's all well and good. You may potentially hit a wall around November 6th because you've been pressing so hard that you just like hit that wall and drop. So what I want you to do is I want you to just kind of be aware of the amount of energy that you're using. So slow down, pace yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And by slowing down and pacing yourself, you're still going to get there, but you'll have extra energy once you arrive. It's kind of like, getting all ready for the party, and by the time the party shows up, you're too exhausted to take care of your guests. It's like that sort of thing. So whatever big thing that you're running towards or planning, back off a little bit so you have enough energy so by the time you get there, you can actually enjoy yourself and have fun or do what you're supposed to do at that particular event. Now let's look at your money situation for Geminis. Okay, so some of you are going deeper in debt. You're borrowing, the money's there, and you're borrowing it, but you're going deeper into debt. Some of you are paying off debt. So I see this exchange going on with your energy of debt, not debt, debt, not debt. So it could be that you even are contemplating, do I pay this off, or it's something that's on your mind. So I want you to relax around that. You're going to have some new information that shows up for you around that 10th, 11th of November that helps you understand with your money. And it could be that you win something. It could be that some additional money comes in for you, or there could be another job offer for you, or it could be just a better understanding of your current financial situations. Some of you may be taking an interest in more periodicals books, newspaper, magazines, financial interest about your money, that you want to be kind of more proactive in understanding your money and how to make it grow. So I definitely see that as a plus for you guys. And of course, we know your evil twin is just plotting all the ways it can spend it as soon as it gets it. That's another story. So, but you guys can manage that just fine. This month, in the beginning of the month, there may be some irrational energy that comes up. Has to do with our dear Scorpion pals, that we're in their energy, and there's a lot of passion. So a lot of passion early in the month, and sometimes when we're passionate about things, we blow a lot of money on it. If we're passionate about fashion, we may spend a lot of money on clothes. If we're passionate about food, we may spend a lot of money on food. So just be aware that there may be this lavish energy early in the month, the 1st through the 5th, that has you just really want to spend more than you should. So just be aware of that energy for yourself, so you're not kicking yourself at the end of the month because you've got this other part of yourself that's really trying to be productive and proactive with your money, and that's why I caution you. I wouldn't say that to every sign because some of them just need to cut loose. But for you guys, you've got the other side that's really trying to control things. So just be aware of that and just set a limit for yourself, and then you'll live in peace with the two halves of your twin there. Okay, so as far as relationships go, if you're single, Gemini, you can expect to have a lot of attention this month. Just feels like there's a lot of attention heading your way. You want to really just enjoy yourself. I'm not feeling any of these long-term. I don't even know that you guys want a long-term relationship, but it feels really positive energy for you. If you do want long-term, it's likely like the cream is going to rise to the top. By the end of the month, you might discover who that could be, and it feels like it would happen after the new moon of November 22nd. Around that time, you would have a better sense of who that lucky person might be. Now, if you're coupled and in partnership or in marriage, what could you expect for this month? A little bit of that yin and the yang, a little bit of him being in control, me being in control, vice versa. So it's a little bit up, down, or not always feeling like you're on the same page as your partner. The good news is that feels very temporary. It feels like it might be in the beginning of the month, and then things might coalesce and come together around the November 10th time frame. And moving forward definitely feels much more amicable and free-spirited and fun and gregarious. So really, really nice energy. Just watch at the beginning of the month. It just might, people a little extra sensitive and stepping on each other's toes, things like that. As far as your health goes, Gemini, I really feel like you're taking more account of your health. Now, some of you may have not yet started. Some of you are just going, wow, I didn't know I needed to lose 10 pounds, or wow, I didn't know that, my cholesterol was that high. So there's a lot of information coming into you this month, and it may have come into you last month. Maybe you had a health scare, or maybe you had some test and you were surprised at the results. So whatever it is, the good news is that there is a plan that can happen for you this month to deal with it. So the positive news is look out for the ideas and information, because there's a lot of information around your health this month that won't be misleading, that's going to be really focused and truthful, and no bullshit, and you'll really be able to get what you need, and that's going to help you in your health. So it's a really positive month for you guys. So all in all, Geminis, you're going to have a really good month. I don't feel like any big surprises. I feel like any surprises that happen come from you. So in other words, like you might surprise yourself, like, aha, wow, I didn't do that, or wow, I did do this. So any surprises feel self-driven, which is really nice. I really like those because they're in a positive way. So not self-driven to the negative, like, oh God, I can't believe I did that, but more in the positive. Now, there could be, now that that's come up, around the November 8th, that particular day, there's a little bit of overindulgent energy. So you just want to be careful on that day, like not to overindulge in too much, because you could eat too much and get sick. You could drink too much and get sick. Like, it's an overindulgence. It's like, oh, that was a bad trip. That was a bad idea. So just be aware of that around the November 8th. But other than that, I feel really, really positive for you guys for the whole month. So have an amazing month, Gemini, and I'll connect with you again next month. So if you're a Cancer, born June 21st to July 22nd, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. Okay, so Cancers, some of you may have feeling a little frenetic, a little uneasy, a little out of sorts, and maybe you don't even know why. You know, there was a lot of energy last month with the 2 eclipses and Mercury retrograde and all of that. So some of you may have found yourself weepy or crying and not knowing why, or just feeling a little extra sensitive to life, or a little, you know, kind of combative. That has all to do with that other energy. Just you're just more sensitive than a lot of other people. So just be aware that that is all leaving the scene. We've got a full moon that's happening November 6th, and by November 10th, you're really going to feel yourself back to yourself, more together, more self-possessed, more poised, really a greater sense of purpose and a greater direction of where you want to go and what you want to do. You're also being infused with a new energy this month with that full moon that has to do with life purpose, that has to do with higher standards, that has to do with drive and affiliation. And so you're going to find a renewed interest. Some of you may have an interest that you had 6 months ago or 3-4 months ago that comes back in again. All of a sudden you're like, wow, I have this real desire to take acting classes or singing classes or dancing, or I want to take a writing class. You know, it has to do, it feels like, with creative self-expression. So it feels like there's something around self-expression that is really driving you. It could even be more physical, that you decide to do yoga, or you decide to take up, you know, cross-country skiing, or anything. So there is something that is coming in that's inspiring, that maybe was from the past, but now it's actually going to manifest. This month, it's actually going to happen. You're going to do it. You're going to get yourself in that class. You're going to get yourself in that writing or that vocal group. So I really feel like this is the month that you actually manifest those things that you've talked about for a long time. Now, in the area of health, so we talk about singing, or we talk about lifting weights, or we talk about going to yoga, those things that you wanted to do, they all play a role in your health, because when our psyche's happy, our bodies are healthy, right? So by following that, you're going to, in turn, feel like you have more energy. You're going to feel less wimpy. You're going to feel less pudgy. And I know some of you may have gained a little weight in the last couple of months or the last month or so. And energetically, that's this protective mechanism with all the stuff that was going on with the eclipses and everything. Cancers, you guys are so like just, you know, you go in and out, right? And so some of you have gained more weight or lost more weight. So just know that you're going to gain control of your situation. You won't be at the effect of the universe anymore, or anybody else. You're going to start to feel really more in control in the month of November. And more importantly, you'll know where to direct that energy. And that's the benefit of Scorpio's energy, because we're all under the influence of Scorpio this month. And so those next 30 days that we've got out here are really focused and driven, because Scorpios, that's what they do. They're very focused and driven. So that energy we get to use, guys. So you're going to be able to focus your energy on what it is you want to accomplish, and you're going to be able to get it off the ground and really make it happen. So I'm excited for you. Now, as relationships, so if you're single, Cancer, what can you expect? There may be somebody in the ethers that's still hanging around, an old boyfriend, old girlfriend, that's sort of still there for you in theory. Push comes to shove, they're not going to be there for you, okay? They're kind of hanging around and chatting with you and flirting with you a little bit. Don't buy into it. It's temporary. By November 10th, you're going to see it was all just what it was, you know, an accumulation of the loss and of the grief and of the past, and I think that you're going to see them, you know, moving off the screen after November 10th. You're going to start to see that relationship finalize. So this month you're going to see that relationship finalize, and I feel like it's going to be done. Yeah, not a bad thing, because there's new energies, there's new opportunities, new relationships that are showing up for you as well. Closer to the new moon, which is going to happen on November 22nd. That new moon is going to give you also new people, new individuals to meet. And not so much anybody from the past. It all feels like new individuals, new people. So Cancers, if you want to be in a relationship, it'll be fine. Just I'm not really see you daydreaming too much about the past. I don't really see that one happening. I see some additional information coming in that's going to support you in being able to move forward and really let them go. Now, as far as your money goes, Cancers, I do feel like there's going to be additional money coming from you not from you, coming into you around November 3rd. So you may see additional money coming in. You may have some really indulgent days, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. You might find yourself spending more. You may go on a buying spree. You may go change your hair, your makeup, your clothes, your wardrobe. Or if food is your thing, you can see yourself, buying lots of different types of food and going crazy. So there's a lot of indulgent energy early in the month. Not a bad thing. It feels really good. It feels fine. It feels within means or within your reason. And then it feels like that self-indulgent energy, it does play into your relationships as well. So it's not a bad thing. So it feels all like it's tied together. Now, if you're in partnership already in your relationship, what could you expect? Really symbiotic energies, really like in the flow, just in the flow with your partner. So it's a really good month. Partner-wise, it feels very easy. It feels very passionate, providing that you're kind of like already in that spot now. If you're not, then this month could be very tumultuous. There could be more jealousy, there could be more insecurity, and your job is to put the brakes on that, right? If it's you just got to stop it. If it's your partner, you got to say, no, I'm not dealing with you like this. Get help, whatever, figure it out. Not going to talk to you when you're like that. Because this month can be a very volatile month if you're in a relationship that has a lot of jealousy already. It's only going to get worse unless one of you pulls the plug on that conversation and really digs down to the truth and has a serious conversation. If you do that, then this month can really open up in a positive way and you can really start over. But if you're just kind of, if you're the one who's hiding out, and you're the one who's, creating jealousy in the relationship, you need to stop. You need to sort it out. Otherwise, this is going to blow up. It won't be a pretty month for you if you've got that happening in your relationship. You need to unplug, step back, be honest, be truthful, and work it out from there. Just my opinion. Otherwise, you're going to have a really volatile month. And if you like drama, then, then it's fine. Okay, so Cancers. As far as your health goes, I think I already touched on your health about you guys. Yes, I did, with your weight and the positive things for you moving forward. So Cancers, you've got a really exciting month. The good news is it's a lot of the energies in your hands for you to make decisions about, which I like. And I really feel like you're kind of coming together, like you're releasing a lot of the pain and suffering and kind of that pressure that you were experiencing, the sadness, whatever it was at the beginning of the month. And you're going to start to see the real you kind of emerging again. So you guys have an amazing month, Cancer. I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're a Leo, born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Leos, we know you love to roar, so you're going to get noticed this month. It's going to be easy for you to get noticed this month. In fact, be careful because it's so easy to notice you this month that it's easy for others to notice the good parts of you and the bad parts of you. So you want to make sure that what you're putting out there are the positive things. So less is more this month. And the reason being is that we've got this big energy coming in with the full moon November 6th. It's in Taurus. It's very driven, it's very focused, it's really good energy for us. But it means you guys, Leo, are already so big in your energy that it will just shoot you straight to the top. So just make sure that, you let people see what you want them to see, right? Don't air your dirty laundry, keep those things in the back, make sure your taste is right, all those things out there that lead to a success. Some of you who want to be a rebel or you like to stir things up, be careful because you could stir yourself up and out really fast. So in other words, a little bit is okay. A lot will be over the top really fast. So just keep that in mind, that whatever kind of like shenanigan or things that you like to do or stir things up, that a little bit is okay, but too much is going to be way over the top really fast. So just be aware of that this month. So in other words, if you're somebody who likes to tease, just be careful because when you tease somebody, if you're teasing the wrong person, it could go too far and they could embarrass you in front of a lot of other people. All right, it's little things like that you maybe don't think of, but if you do a lot of it this month, it's really going to come back to bite you. That's what I want you to be cautious about. Okay, as far as your money, Leo, it's a good month for money. It's a good month for investing. It's a good month to make money. It's really a good month to pool your resources. I really think that you're going to start to see an accumulation come in very fast for you, Leo. A lot of good things. Some of you may be awarded grants and even new jobs. Some of you may be given an opportunity to travel. There's a lot of positive energy and things coming in for Leos. So really good month. Now, relationship. If you're single, Leo, and I feel like there's, oh, it's really interesting energy. Beginning early in the month, Leo, I feel like there's, well, we've got the full moon November 6th. Okay, so here's the thing. Some of you aren't being honest. This is what I was needing to pick up. Some of you are either conflicted or aren't being honest that you may be dating somebody right now. It's like, I'm pretending like I like them, but I really don't like them. And do I like them? You know, there's this confusion, okay? So, well, I sort of have fun, but, you know, so it's like this. So there's this little bit of confusion in the relationships that you're dating right now in your dating life. So here's the thing. It's not a bad thing. You're getting to know them. You're getting to understand them. After November 10th, that energy is going to be done. You're going to really, the illusion will be over. You'll really see it for what it is. And you're going to go, I can't believe I ever liked them. Most of you. I don't know that any of you are going to go, wow, yay, thank God I love him. I'm sorry. I don't think any of you are going to be there. I think the majority of you are going to go, okay, it's just really not working out. I'm not really feeling it. I like them more as a friend. They're fun, but the idea of him being my boyfriend or her being my girlfriend or living happily ever after, I'm not really that into them. So this illusion is going to be off by November 10th. Now, the good news is when that illusion gets over, now you're left with the truth. So you're going to have to do something about it, and or not, or just let it fizzle out. I do feel there won't be any new relationships right away, which are fine because I really feel, Leo, like you guys really need to kind of like take care of yourself. And I feel like you've got a lot of work stuff happening, career stuff happening, or if you're in college, student stuff happening. There's a lot of going on. So I don't feel like you should really press yourself to get into another relationship or in a pretend relationship. There are plenty of people to date and just to enjoy that who aren't going to cling to you, because I feel like this person that I'm picking up is clinging to you and wanting more than you want. And that's just, you know, it's starting to get out of balance and it's starting to become more noticeable. And that's why you're going to have to address that issue. But you won't have any problem. It's going to be there. And listen, on some level, they know it anyway. They know they were out of your league, right? They just weren't there. They weren't up to your standard. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's energy. We connect with certain people, and you don't have to feel bad if you don't connect with somebody. It has nothing to do with them. It's it's a predisposition that you have. Not a bad thing. Okay, now, for those of you that are married, and one last thing, single Leos, they're coming. They're around the corner. They're coming. It'll show up sooner than you know it. But your job right now, get rid of the ones you don't want, focus on your career, and just have fun with what shows up, right? And the long-term relationship will be on its way in no time. Now, for those of you in a long-term relationship, this is a month where there's going to be a lot of honesty, where you can really get what your needs are. You just have to sit down and be really honest, be gentle with your honesty, because Leos, you guys be really direct. So be very gentle with your honesty, and absolutely you'll get whatever you want. Your women adore you. They love their Leo men. They love you. But just be very gentle with what it is that you need, and you'll get it. Otherwise, you're likely to create fireworks and sparks, and you don't need it. So if you're a Leo man out there, be very soft, be very gentle, be very loving, and if your needs aren't being met, just say it, but in a very in a very positive way. Okay, ask for what you need, and they'll give it to you. So, all in all, a good month for you guys. Now, as far as your health goes, Leo, some of you may have started a little rough, a little tired, a little burned out, could have even had the flu. As you enter into the beginning of this month, I'm feeling a little, clogged, and my head hurts a little bit. Not a big deal. I do feel like there's a self-indulgent thing that's happening here in the universe in the first couple of days of November. Not a bad thing. Just be aware, though, if you're coming off an illness, not to go too crazy. And then one day kind of peaks up. November 8th is like, you know, it's like the poison on the bottle. Like, don't drink this, don't eat that. That's a day, don't overindulge on that particular day, November 8th, because there's just this frenetic energy in the universe that can take it over the edge, and it could be a really bad day really fast. So I think it is a Saturday too. So here in the US. So just stay in or just limit yourself of whatever it is you're going to drink or whatever you're going to do. Because don't overindulge that day. You'll regret it. There's regret with it. And it could even be that you get really super jealous, or you get drunk and you call somebody and you say something you don't want to say. So there's all these other repercussions, not necessarily your health, but just relationships or something that can go awry on that November 8th day. So stay clear. All right, so all in all, you guys, you're going to have more energy moving. We've got a new moon on November 22nd, and that new moon is really going to give you a greater sense of security about yourself. You're going to really be able to assess how far you've come, and you're really going to start to see how you've complemented yourself with you know, there should be a little like patting yourself on the back this month, because you're going to have an assessment of how far you've come, what you've done. And people are going to notice. So you're going to get a lot of accolades this month too about what you're up to and the person that you're becoming. So all in all, people are going to start to notice that connection that you have with yourself, that inner beauty is going to go expand outwardly. And you're going to start to get other people, the right people are going to start to notice you. So have an amazing month, Leo. And I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're a Virgo, born August 23rd to September 22nd, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. So Virgos, I really feel like, you know, you've been sort of leading your own parade. You know, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're just in charge of it all, and people are following you, which is a good thing. So whatever it is that you want, you're kind of the orchestrator, making it happen, and people are jumping to get in line to buy whatever it is you're selling. You're going to see that continue, and you're going to actually get some additional support November 6th with a full moon. So you might even see some things that you've been working on for a long time finally come together around the new moon, or the new moon, which is November 22nd. There might be new contracts to sign around that 20th, 21st. So some of you may have been, you know, looking to get new insight, new information, and you might see that come across your plate towards the end of the month. Now, here's the thing. Some of you may also get a pause, which means a maybe. We're thinking about it. We don't know yet. It's not a no, and you have to work a little harder. If that comes around, don't be disappointed, because you're going to have another opportunity in the next couple of months. It feels more like February. But the good news is that, you know, you've got something to shoot towards, and we've got this big influence of energy coming in this month from Scorpio, you know, lots of drive and passion, and it's the full moon of Taurus, that November 6th, which is focused and diligent and moving forward. So all this energy together is really going to help solidify your name, solidify your product, solidify your company or your cause, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You're going to see at least a portion of that manifested this month, even if it's a partial okay, or let's take it let's take it a little bit at a time. Whatever it is, it's not going to be a no. So you're going to see whatever it is you're working hard on. You're going to see some manifestation of that this month. Unless it's just a no. If it's a no, we've got this other energy of truth being revealed. So if there is some truth that's being revealed that says no, the good news is you can keep completely kind of work your magic and go, well, what about this? And then they may say yes to that. So if there's a no raveled up in there someplace, don't give up. Just keep using the energy, because there's a lot of drive and a lot of focus and divine inspiration that's available for you this month to make things happen. So it's really a good month for you guys. Let's look at your money. Well, a lot of this is tied up with your money too, which means if this is success, you have more success in money. You're likely to see just sort of steady goes at this month. I'm not really feeling too much. There might be a little dip around November 3rd. Maybe you have more expenses. Maybe you party a little harder, because there's a lot of self-indulgent. You could buy something really nice for yourself, whether it's a new car or whether it's a new house. There's some self-indulgence going on around November 3rd that could have you spend a little bit more money than you normally do. Not a bad thing. So I don't see it as a bad thing at all. So just kind of like having that awareness around it. But all in all, I see like your money's good and it's tied up. It's going to go more. So in other words, you're going to get more money coming in because it's tied to to your business and to your career that I really see being amplified this month. Now, as far as relationships go, if you're single and you're looking for love, let's see how that looks for you this month. It's going to really require you to have some additional patience, not only with yourself, but with the people around you. Some of you may be a little just disappointed with the dating pool, like what there is to offer. So what you really want to be aware of is that you are in charge of all of that. So if you want something more for yourself, then what you need to do is just kind of look and see what it is that you desire and put yourself in that gene pool. So if you want to attract somebody who's more business oriented, you need to become more business oriented. If you wanted somebody who's a little more hip and free, then you need to be a little more hip and free, right? So it's like putting out the energy that you want to attract, and then you're likely to connect with that individual this month. Because this is a very sensual month, because we're with that energy of Scorpio, be aware of that it's very easy to fall in love this month. So if you have that going on, just go in with your eyes wide open. The first 10 days, we still have a little bit of influence from the Mercury retrograde, so which means we don't always see the truth. We don't always see everybody for exactly who they are. So just be a little pickier the first 10 days, and then after that, you can kind of like go hog wild and have a better time, whatever it is. After the 12th or the 15th, you'll really see a deeper and more powerful connection happening for you, and you'll know who you're dealing with, and that's the most important thing. Wow, Virgos, you're going to have a lot of fun this month. Now, as far as your health goes, some of you guys are eating better, juicing, having more, good foods instead of fried foods. And then there's some of you Virgos that just kind of like can't get it together, and you have more health issues that feels more health related, like a thyroid problem or something like that. So this is a month for honesty and truth. We're still kind of, that's what the eclipse has revealed, and maybe some of you just had some recent tests. If you didn't, you should go get yourself tested, because there's a lot of truth that's available for you this month, because this is a month that slices through all the BS and really gets you to the truth. So you can get affirming information this month. So if you haven't been to the doctor for a while and you're having problems with your health or with your weight, go, because you'll really get some clear diagnostic information and clear understanding, so you can have the right tools to support yourself with. Okay, so there's really good energy here for you this month to get your health concerns nipped in the bud and answered, and be on the right protocol, so you can have just this powerful physique to work with, because you guys have a lot to do. So Virgo, all in all, you have a really great month. I'm excited for you. It's really good energy, positive stuff for yourselves. So have an amazing month, and I look forward to connecting with you again next month. So if you're a Libra, born September 23rd to October 22nd, what can you expect for the month of November 2014? Let's tune in and find out. Wow, Libra, right away, it starts out like a hand across your face, like you got slapped. And so clearly it was something that you did not see coming, or it was something that woke you up. So from these eclipses last month in October, there was new information that happened that's just like, wow, didn't see that one coming. Okay, so the good news is now the playing field's leveled. You see what it is, you know what you have to do, and now you've got the time to do it. So the good news is we've got this full moon November 6th with the energy of Taurus that's going to infuse you in getting what you want done. Now for you, Libra, you really need to put that towards yourself, towards your career, and getting your focus back on order. Some of you have been kind of like a pie in the sky and not really know what to do. This is the month to really help you manifest. Let's look at your relationships with money first. So some of you are going to see all of a sudden October 23rd was a big day and started to open up new money for you guys. So you're going to start to see a new earning income for you. So there may have been a new product that you rolled out. There may have been a new job that you took on. There may have been new inheritance coming in. So some of you just either received an influx of money or a new stream of income. And if it hasn't shown up yet, look for it here in the next couple of weeks. And you need to be proactive with that as well and do your part and kind of look for that opportunity and scratch the surface, and you're going to find the gold really fast for you guys. So money, you're golden. It's going to come in. Let go of the worry. Just keep focusing. I don't know that there's any surprise money that you don't know about. It feels like you're on a roll, and that money is coming in. There may be more opportunities that you weren't aware of, especially in your career sector. I do feel like there's additional people that are buzzing about you. There's more people that are talking about you. There's a lot more energy. This is good. All you have to do is kind of pick up the phone. If you pick up the phone and make a few phone calls on your behalf, people are going to be saying yes to you, okay? So this is the month to manifest next year. So if you're a speaker, if you're somebody who does visits or gets out there in the public, you really need to be kind of like become your own publicist. Get on the phone or get on the phone with your publicist and make things happen, because this month a lot can happen. If you're somebody who's looking for a job, same thing. Pick up the phone and start calling people. You can really manifest positive things for yourself in the money and in your career this month. I like it a lot. New relationships for you, high profile relationships for you, going to come in around that middle of the month, November 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, around then. You're going to see additional people that you meet, that you're going to like, that you may ultimately end up doing business with. There's going to be some high power people. It may take it a while to manifest. No, maybe not. I take that back. I feel like it could happen faster than you expect. That feels more like it. Like it's going to happen and take off fast, because it feels like it's like, wow, could you do this? And then boom, it happens. So just be aware there's some fast moving energy this month, and it's really good. Now, as far as relationships go, if you're somebody who's single and you're a Libra, anything about their relationship for this month? Yeah, I just see like you have to be okay. So Libras, you're a little bit like the songbird. Everybody likes to smell. Oh, do you hear her? Oh, so when you open your mouth, people listen. So I can see some men squabbling over you. So be careful. It's very easy for you to light a fire this month with people who are competing for your attention. So be careful, Libra, because you could start a fire of a bar fight, worst case scenario, of people wanting to be getting your attention. So you want to be careful what you say. And it's a month that's really sensual, and Libras are already sensual, so you may feel extra hot and extra sexy. So just be aware of that. And that makes men crazy. It makes, if you're a man, it makes women crazy. So just be aware that that's already in the ethers this month, because we're dealing with Scorpio's energy, and Scorpio has a lot of passion. So Libras, you want to be choosy with where you're sending that energy, and try to spread it out a little bit, not all one night with half a dozen different people here or there, because they're going to be swarming at you. So great month for you single Libras. Now, for those of you that are in relationship, you really nice energy, really sweet energy. You can turn this on each other. It's really nice. I really see this being a positive, fulfilling month for you. Very passionate and romantic. If you are not, let's say, on the same page with one another, there's a lot of truth that can come up here the first 10 days of November. So listen open-heartedly. If you're the one who's holding back and you've got a truth that you need to say, speak up. Do it in a way that's simple. If you add too much this month, Libra, it's going to come off as over the top, and they're going to feel pummeled. They're going to feel like they've been just clocked. So less is more. So if you have a complaint about your partner, just say one complaint, not all the complaints, because they're likely to feel shredded by you. Okay, it's like that kind of energy, or spread them out over time. Don't do them all at once. It will be bad. Okay, so once you get through that, it really is a good month all in all. Now, as far as your health goes, Libra, it's really going on the upturn. So I really see more positive things happening for you. Some of you may have just gotten a recent diagnosis from last month. Right away, lickety-split, I think that you can handle it. I think that new information is coming in. Right away, you'll be able to take charge and in control. Some of you may feel, lethargic, a little confused, a little apathetic. It is temporary. You're going to see in this month a renewal of your spirit. You're going to feel a little more confidence coming back, a little more energy. There may be even somebody that picks you up and kind of carries you to the finish line. So there may be people who come in and say, I'll help you with that. I'll be on board with that. So look for those people. They really want to help you and with your health or within life. which makes your health better because you're not exerting as much energy. So it may be that a coworker jumps in and helps you with a project that was stressing you out, and consequently now you have more energy, you're sleeping better because you're less stressed, things like that. So, you know, other areas of life can come into balance that's going to affect your health. So all in all, I feel like you're going to get what you need this month, Libra. Is there anything unexpected for Libras this month? And if so, what's that? Yeah, I do feel like there's an unexpected turn with some things that in terms of orchestrating things. So there may be something that you're planning or doing. Just be on the lookout for surprise people that you can pull in to help. That's what I was talking about earlier. People may surprise you and jump in and help. Don't be afraid to speak up and ask people to participate or help or to support you in things that are near and dear to your heart. Or, you know, let's say you have a problem with the kids carpooling and you know your car breaks down, or you have to go out of town. Don't be afraid to lean on a neighbor or somebody else. People are going to be more generous and more giving this month with you than normal. So not that we're taking advantage of that, but you want to be aware that help is there. So you want to ask for it, is what I'm trying to say. All right, Libra, oh, it's time for me to quit. You've had an amazing month, and I look forward to connect with you again next month. Have a great day, everybody.